Hello, this is Barry with Buy California Wines Direct. This is the second part of Create Your Wine Listings in Detail. And this session continues on with your saved listing drafts and how to edit them, how to post them, how to turn them into other listings, and then a little information about editing if you need to go back and edit your other listings, and also, of course, shipping fees to other states. Under your selling control panel, there's a button called Drafts. If you click that, all the drafts pop up in here in this account that have been saved. Of course, the previous ones had the Barry's Vineyard on it, which was my name. The one that we just did was Tom's Hill Vineyard. And you have three choices on the right side. You either can delete the draft, you can edit the draft. Well, let's edit it so you can see what that looks like. If we edit the draft, it just comes up immediately and you can actually see everything about the listing that you just did from the top to the bottom. It's not 5 pages, it's just one long page where you can actually look at all the detail, and this gives you an opportunity to make any changes before proceeding. Once you've proceeded, you have to go back to the drafts page, and then all the changes you've made are still in this draft. In order to list this draft, you'd hit the list button, and the list button takes you through this listing all 5 pages. Now, some people wonder, well, why does it do that? Why doesn't it just list it right away? Well, there's a good reason why. Remember, this listing was for one case? Well, this is a great opportunity before posting this live to do the bottle version as well. So let's go ahead and just change the information to one bottle, both in the title and in the description, and then we'll go down to the category selection and we'll change that to a bottle, 750 milliliter. Okay, you can see we got that. We'll hit next step, and I'm just now realizing that we made a mistake on the case price. So we'll go ahead and we'll keep this price the same, and we'll fix the other draft here in just one moment. And we'll go ahead and upload the image. Remember, we talked about that. So you pick your image, whatever it is, and as soon as you pick one, it'll load up. And then your next step, your cost to ship the bottle in California is what, maybe $10 or $12. And then next step is the preview. And now what I'm going to do is just save it as a draft again. Okay, so back to the drafts. And now it appears twice. Once as a case, once as a bottle. But the case price is wrong, so we're going to go edit that before we do anything else. And we're just going to edit that to, let's see, what's 12 times 25? It's $300 and what, maybe take off 10%, so $270. Okay, and as I click away, the discounted field automatically changes to the appropriate discount that you've originally selected in your template. And that, by the way, that template is right here under pre-filled global fields, right up here. In any event, we'll go ahead and we'll say OK to this, and we're finished. One more time, look at the drafts, and now everything's working. We've got a listing for a case, 270, we've got a listing for a bottle, and you see how easy that was. We took one listing, turned it into 2 different listings, and if I wanted to make another listing for 3 or 6 bottles, I can do that just as easily. I can just hit the list now and just do an edit to it and save it as a draft. Okay, well, let's list something. So we're going to go ahead and hit the list button. Next step, and just walk through the steps. Next step, preview it. Yeah, everything looks good. and list. All right, now let's go to our wine store. I think it's my store, isn't it? Yeah, Barry's Test Store. You can see there's one listing in it. We'll open it up. There's the listing, $270. It's going to end in 60 days. There's no image there. It's because we never uploaded an image, but that's okay. We'll leave that for you to do. Click the listing. It'll take you into the listing itself, which looks very much like that preview did earlier. And one thing really cool is the buyer has a chance to look at the other things in your store as well that are either currently listed or were listed. All right, so there you go. And that's how you create your listing. Some of you asked, well, how difficult is it to edit my listings and make other changes? And I'll show you how easy this is. Once you have a listing or two or more, or all 10 of your listings posted, at any time you can change your listings. You can always edit them for content. So go ahead and put in your username and your password and enter in. And we'll go, it immediately takes you to the members area, which gives you your current account information. And it also shows you a few listings. It only shows you the 5 listings though. So the easiest thing is go over here to your selling control panel and hit open listings. And these are listings that are currently open. And it'll actually display 10 listings at a time. And then at the bottom there'll be a button to see more listings if you have more than 10 listings. Once this page is open, you have all these choices on the right side. You can sell a similar one. So let's say this is a Tom's Hill Vineyard 06 cab and you've got an 07 cab now that you've got available. You can hit sell similar and it will actually open a form that'll look exactly to what this is, except just change this to a 7. And again in the description. And the vintage category selection is going to be okay because it falls in that slot. We'll proceed forward. The price, it's up to you. If you think the price is the same, it's a good time to change it. Next step, is your shipping the same? Everything still applies. Next step, you're previewing it. Everything looks great. We changed it to an 08, right? Here it is, yeah. So I'm sorry, we changed it to an 07, one case, and it says 07 here, so we're good. And list. It's that easy. So back to your open listings, and now you got 2 of them. One says 06, one says 07. If you just remembered that the 07 is now an 08, you could just immediately hit the edit button. Instead of the cell, hit the edit listing. Everything appears in front of you. You make the change. Confirm everything else is okay. Pricing, shipping, and proceed. The system tells you that your listing number has been updated. And we're going to go to open listings. And there you go. Now it's an 08. Very easy to edit. The same with images. If you don't have an image, which we don't on either of these, we'd suggest that you always keep current images of your wines, as well as making sure you have inventory of what you have listed. But as you can see, it's very easy to post listings and edit them. Well, hello, and now we're going to take you through how to set up shipping costs to other states. We're going to have you log in as we normally would and take you to your selling control panel on the left-hand side. There's pre-filled fields / global settings. We'll click that. This is the same place you had your template before for your new listings that we talked about. Inside this window is postage calculation setup. We'll click that. The first item on the list is free postage, which of course we've not defaulted for you because we assume you're charging a shipping fee to every buyer. You're set up in what's called item-based, not weight-based currently. If you choose to use weight-based in the future using your UPS or FedEx accounts, please contact us and we'll work with you on that to see if we can set that up and test that portion of our system, which we've not done much with that at this time. Another thing we've defaulted you to, or it should be defaulted, is your local button here under shipping location should be selected. And then the very next thing is you'll see that we've probably defaulted California for you as a location with 0 additional cost, which means that if a buyer in California buys your listing, there's no additional cost other than what you're charging as your shipping cost within your listing. But let's go ahead and hit Add Location. And as an example, let's pick something like Arizona. And we click the right arrow. Now Arizona appears on the right side. We'll add, let's say $4 to Arizona. And now Arizona buyers, those registered in Arizona, will be charged an additional $4. It's that simple. If you want to add more to that, let's say you want to add, we've clicked the edit button just now. Let's say you want to say those in Colorado, and we'll click those in Florida. And we'll hit proceed. And it's that simple. So now all 3 of those states are all being charged an additional $4. This is a great way to make up for sales taxes to those states. Say Arizona, for instance, I'm sure charges a sales tax that you need to pick up on your wine sales there. And this gives you the opportunity to bring in the additional funds you need to pay those taxes. Just below that, we call this section here the banned state section. It's not necessarily banned, but it's those that you choose to be banned. So buyers from these states that are listed in this section here are given a warning message that says when they hit the Buy Now button, they're told that this winery cannot or is not willing to ship product to this state at this time, and we're sorry. And that's pretty much all it says. So what it does is it eliminates the possibility of those buyers from those states that you wish not to sell to, or those states you cannot sell to, from actually transacting a purchase with you. So we've defaulted 6 states in here. Currently, I think my account here only shows Arkansas, New Hampshire, and Utah, but you get the idea. Those 6 that we've set up for you are the 6 most common, and we thought we'd stick those in there for you to save you some time. What I'd like to do is show you what the buyer sees. I'm going to go ahead and just open the wine store up here, winery stores. Click on, say, the first winery, and click on their first listing. And as you look at a listing, of course, one of the first things the buyer has a chance to do is post a sales question, essentially a question to you or to your winemaker about a product. And you'll be notified through email of those questions. And you can answer exactly that same way by hitting a link in your email. And it goes right back through your account, back to them. So it's very simple. They don't need your phone numbers to contact you. The shipping calculator to the right of the shipping section in the listing, we'd like to give you a little glimmer of what that's like. If a buyer was to click United States, and let's say they clicked, let's say Arizona, and they clicked postage calc, you can see that there's an additional cost here. It's $15.50 is what's shown here on this particular winery calculation. And in that particular listing, it shows $12. So you can see that there was a $3.50 or $3.50 that they added to that calculation. This is an idea as to what your postage calculation does for you and what the buyer sees when he calculates what the costs are coming to them. And that's it. So thank you very much, and enjoy your new winery portal.